Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Frank here from Truth No Chaser. And yes, you have entered another episode of Frankie's Sports Bar, a place we can get your sip on and your weekly dose of sports all in one place. Yes, sir. This is the last call. I got a last call for you today. That's one topic and one topic only. And the topic I want to discuss today is gang affiliation and sports. Gang affiliation in sports, all right? And I'm going to tell you what brought about this topic in a second. But before I do, let me remind you all to visit us at all of our social media outlets. That'll be Facebook, Truth No Chaser. I want you to go to YouTube and follow us at Truth No Chaser. I also want you to go to our website. That's www.thetruthnochaser.com. And I want you guys to follow us on Instagram at Truth_No_Chaser. Okay, so let me get into it, all right? Now that we got that out of the way, gang affiliation in sports, all right? So just to give you a little background real quick, I'm in a whole bunch of sports groups out there, and I like to get a lot of insight from various people, fan bases, so on and so forth, to see what everybody's talking about and what everybody feels about certain things. And I saw a GIF. I guess that's how you pronounce that, right? GIF, G-I-F, with John Wall. And man, oh man, he's stacking, throwing it up. You understand what I'm saying? After, I guess, hitting a clutch and one or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing new under the sun. He ain't the only one that does it. You understand? And, you know, I made the comment that once people reach a certain level of professionalism, right? Once you reach a certain, especially professional sports, there should be an understanding, especially with you and your peoples, right? That says, you know, listen, all right, you where we wanted you to be. A lot of that stuff you don't gotta worry about no more. This life, let's nix that. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I got you. Whatever beef you have, whatever problems you need solved, you understand what I'm saying? If I get jammed up, all I need you to do is take care of me and mine while I'm away. That's it. And, you know, it's a large portion of, you know, gang affiliation that I am not familiar with. There's a lot that I am. You understand what I'm saying? Through friends, family members, so on and so forth. So, you know, and I do understand, you know, hey, once you win it, you win it. But that mutual understanding needs to be had, because what happens is you're bringing our culture on into your job, your livelihood, and people, the masses that don't understand what's going on and don't understand what it is that you're doing. Now it becomes trendy. You understand what I'm saying? And now you got a family-oriented venue packed to capacity, and they're just sitting there, and the kids is like, yeah. And now you sitting there, you know, throwing games, and they mocking you and stuff like that, and they don't even know what the hell they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So what brought about, you know, it's this one story that I always think of every time I talk about gang culture in sports, right? Darius Miles. People that's my age remember Darius Miles from, you know, various teams. Started out with the Clippers, and millennials may know Darius Miles from the Knuckleheads podcast that he has with Quentin Richardson. All right, so all you youngins out there, before he did that podcast, he played basketball, so you guys will know. And the rookie year, I remember they had a squad. What his teammate Quentin Richardson, Lamar Odom, Elton Brand, Corey Maggette. You know, they had some gunners over there. Had the vet, Sam Cassell, I believe, was on that team, if not mistaken. So, Darius Miles, every time you hit a three or anything like that, made a big play, he used to throw up big B's. He used to always throw up them big B's. You understand what I'm saying? Problem is, it started to catch on, and not only he was doing it, Quentin Richardson was doing it, my Odom doing it, Corey Maggette. You understand what I'm saying? The whole team started doing it, but you know, so nobody ever remembers this shit. vividly remember a show that BET used to have back in the days called Mad Sports. It was like a hip hop urban vibe or whatever, and Joe Claire was the comedian. Joe Claire was the host. He used to go, and they used to go back to the players' roots and walk them around their town and stuff like that. Well, this featured Darius Miles. He went back to St. Louis, where he's from, and it was like a day in the life in the Lou with Darius Miles, right? He goes back to his, I guess, childhood barbershop or whatever, and they're kicking it. And Joe Claire is just like, yo, y'all got the whole city turned. You know, usually it's always about the Lakers and LA, this and third, but y'all got y'all young gunners bringing this nice little young swag and culture back to, you know, made the Clippers fly again. And we see y'all out there making them plays and y'all throwing up them. What's some things y'all throwing up? And he asked him, you know, in the middle of Darius Miles getting a haircut, and then one of the barbers G-checked his ass right there on the spot. This is the uncut version. You might not even see this again if you YouTube it. G-checked his ass. So like, listen, he know what that is, and he know he ain't supposed to be doing it. And Joe Claire just had the craziest awkward face, like, okay, like, I just, you know, this is just his job to ask the questions. He ain't know the conversation's gonna go left like that. And it was like an awkward silence, and it was a poor editing job, because you could see where they expounded on that conversation, but that wasn't it. It was a horrible clip, like a quick cut to. You understand what I'm saying? But this is the problem. You got everybody throwing it up. You got these little white kids like in the front rows. They don't know what the hell you doing, and you sitting there. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to start looking at it as your job. Like most people, would you do it? Would you go up in your job? I don't care if you work for FedEx, man. Would you go up in your job and just start stacking this shit like that for no reason? Like, come on, you wouldn't do it at your job. So why would you do it? You understand what I'm saying? In the arena, you know? I'm not in any way insinuating that fraternities and gangs are alike, but if my memory serves me correctly, Q's kind of came at Shaq for doing that. Every time he dunked and he, you know, throw the Q to getting Q's. It's like, it's not for public consumption. This is not what we do. We don't ostracize or we don't publicize our, you know, our fraternity like that, our corporation like that. We don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, again, I feel that it just adds a different dynamic to the game, you know, and it shows a lack of professionalism, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, a guy that I spoke to, you know, about this, we agreed to disagree. You know, he was like, listen, if it's in you, it's in you. You ain't, you know, we ain't gonna change nothing over here. So it is what it is. You know, we ain't made to agree on everything anyway. So again, that's my take on that. You know, one shot stop, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Last call. Before I get out of here, I want to remind you all that this segment of Frankie Sports Hall was brought to you by Ambition Custom Apparel. We need you to go to them for your customized clothing that represents you, your culture, and your organization. Ambition, go get it. So until next time, yes sir, fellas, smarten up out there. You understand what I'm saying? We want to represent ourselves right out here. And come on. But anyway, until next time, y'all, peace.